Hey everybody, today I'm going to be talking about topic B, which is anti-gouging laws and the potential harms it has on society and a potential solution to prevent the rising in price of essential goods. Now, anti-gouging laws are policies enacted by governments where during natural disasters, essential goods are not allowed to rise above a certain price cap or threshold, and this is set by the government. Canada, and more specifically Alberta, has an anti-gouging law called the Consumer Protection Act, which prohibits sellers from selling goods or services at a grossly excessive price, such as 3 times the regular amount. Now, when we take a look at what an anti-gouging law is, we can draw a concept from Chapter 7 and see that it is a price ceiling for an essential good. A price ceiling is a maximum price that sellers can charge buyers for a certain good or service, and that is exactly what an anti-gouging law is. Now, during normal times, this anti-gouging law will have no effect on the market since the price ceiling is above the equilibrium point. However, during natural disasters, essential goods will come into very high demand, which means that our demand curve will be shifted to the right. During on the supply-demand curve, when we see that demand curve is shifted to the right, our equilibrium point is going to shift up and to the right. Because of this, the price ceiling that was above the equilibrium point before the natural disaster is now going to be below it. This means it is now a binding price ceiling. Binding price ceilings are potentially harmful because they can create artificial shortage. This artificial shortage means that the quantity demanded of that essential good far exceeds the quantity supplied of that essential good. Obviously, during a natural disaster, this becomes very, very problematic because the quantity demanded of an essential good is far exceeding the quantity supplied, meaning that not everyone is getting this essential good, meaning a lot of people's lives are in danger. A potential solution for this is obviously we do not want to increase the price of essential goods to a ridiculously high amount because everyone needs it. So we can keep the anti-gouging laws in place. However, we need to increase the supply somehow so that everyone is getting that essential good. We could draw a concept from Chapter 11 called a subsidy, which is not a tax, it's a negative tax where instead of us paying the government pays the consumers or the businesses to sell a certain good. Governments could subsidize businesses that are selling essential goods, such as water, food, or gasoline. Now, let's say the price of water at the equilibrium is $40. However, because of the price ceiling, it's set at $20. There's obviously a difference of $20 where some suppliers are not willing to sell up below that $20 amount. Governments can subsidize that difference in price that they're willing to sell in order to shift that supply curve and have more producers supplying so that it meets the quantity demanded, hopefully fixing the shortage and keeping the price of essential goods down.